Hi, and thanks so much for joining me for Everyday Vlogmas, Day 15. I just wanted to take a moment to update you on our charity. Thank you so very much for all of the wonderful ideas that you provided. I did see a couple of trends though, and one was a charity that benefited children, and the second one was St. Jude, which came up more than a couple of times. So I thought we could focus on St. Jude, especially this time of the year, because the holidays are typically a magical time for children. So I thought if we can make it a little bit more magical, that would be amazing. So thank you in advance for your donation. I will list all the information below. You'll see the ability to donate to St. Jude is attached to the video down below. And thank you as well for the other ideas, because my family will be donating to various charities. So we will definitely be donating to some of the other ones that you mentioned. But let's go ahead to today's video. Let's go in with the Natasha Denona palette. It looks like there are two mattes, a few shimmers in there, so let's see how it goes. I don't have any of her large palettes. I just have, I think, one or two maybe of the minis. I'm taking this color right here all over the lid. Also, I used that Chanel powder. Oh, it's very warm. I used that Chanel powder kind of like I used the Hourglass Ambient Lighting powder in Radiant Bronze, or in Radiant Light. Just on the exterior of my face, it has a bit of a sheen to it, and it's a little bit deeper, so I thought that would be a good place for it. We did try it kind of like on my face before, but it brings out texture, so that's why I kept it towards the outside. I'm gonna go ahead with the shade in the crease. Also, the Chanel Le Beige that I applied first, this one, I don't love it for the summer because my skin tends to be more oily in the summer, but it was really nice today, especially on more dry skin. Let's go ahead and put this shimmery color on the lid. I love that copper color. Use my finger here. It's a very fine shimmer on that, really pretty. I'm just gonna take this warm color and this color under the eye. I'm gonna take this lighter color here and we'll put it on the inner corner. Let's take this color right here. I just want to see this color on. A little bit chunkier in terms of reflection on that. Oh, I forgot. Let's go in with the deepest shade again. Surratt Brown Eyeliner for Liquid Liner Blackwood in the tight line area. Waterline, I've got Brun Agape, and then Charlotte Tilbury mascara. So we've got a couple of Chanel blushes. Let's go in with In Love. I think that might be pretty. It's a really warm shade. The palette was nice, by the way. It's really pretty if you like these shades, and it's compact as well. And then let's take number 68. For lip, I thought we'd go in with Zinnia Wayne Goss. This is one of my favorite lipsticks of the year. I think this might be one of the most intense colors he released on the initial launch, and for me, it's a nice balance between not being red, first of all. It's not quite a red. It doesn't have that pop of a red, but it's still some color without being overwhelming. That's why I really like this one, because I think it's very wearable. It has just a hint of warmth to it. And these are really comfortable, but they are more like a traditional lipstick, nothing long lasting or anything about it, but just a really comfortable, pretty lip. I'm just gonna take Antique Rose, the gloss, this one, and then place that just in the center. I think that just kind of mimics the shimmer on the eye. So what I thought we could do now is I will turn the camera around, show you some swatches, and talk about my favorite lipsticks of 2020. Starting with this one, which I have been using quite a bit, it's Hermès, shade 21. This one pulls a little bit warm as well, which is unusual. Usually, if there's any warmth to a lipstick, it kind of is negated with my skin tone and it looks more pink, but not this one. Actually, it's quite warm on. It's really pretty. Lovely formula as well. Here's the Hermès, and I think you can see what an easy color this is to wear. This next shade is a very, very stunning lipstick. This is Clé de Peau Legend. It is the most vibrant red I've ever worn. Really, really vibrant. This is in the lipstick cashmere formula. This has a really interesting effect on my overall makeup. It actually improves the look of everything, including my complexion. Next, we've got a Tom Ford shade, and this is a bit cooler than the other ones that I have featured here. This is a shade Indian Rose, which I know many people love, and you can see really how cool it is compared to the shades I've shown so far. So if I'm looking for something cool, I will pull for Indian Rose by Tom Ford. I probably have worn this lipstick more than any other lipstick this year. It is in Endless Pink. Even though it says Endless Pink, you can see how warm it is, especially compared to something like Indian Rose. And this is a beautiful everyday lipstick, plus the wear on these are amazing. So that's why I continue to purchase them, just because I'd like to see many more of the colors. Another one by Chanel, this one is in Timeless Beige. I think you can see that it's definitely more beige than the Endless Pink, but it still has some warmth to it, so it's not like it's gray or anything on me. It's a lovely, lovely, very light color and works well with a lot of different eye looks, especially if I have something that's a little bit more dramatic. This is a great one to pull for. I love this one for a beautiful fall color. I don't have many shades like this, but this is Acacia by Chantecaille. It actually looks like a blend between the first lipstick, the Hermès 21, and the third lipstick, which is Tom Ford Indian Rose. So it's a little bit warmer than Indian Rose, a little bit cooler than 21. This is another lipstick I pull for, especially when I'm not sure what I should pair with something, if it has a little bit of warmth to it. So this has a really vibrant color. This is the one I have on, and it always looks so stunning. I think you can see that the band is quite narrow in terms of what lipsticks I like. This one is a quite vibrant shade, and I always love putting this on. It's got some warmth to it, and it does look a bit different online. It looks much more orange, I think, but because I have such warm tones in my skin, it doesn't pull as warm on me. I also love the shape of the lipstick because it's so easy to apply, especially for a bright color. So as you can see, it really doesn't pull orange on me and doesn't, again, look like it does online. I think it's just such a pretty shade, and I love the formula. It's a really even application, which I think is important, especially when you have these brighter colors. We have a House of Sillage shade here, and this is one of the most unique colors I've seen this year. We have the shade Golden Hour, and I love this one because it's one of the very few shades that's light, that doesn't look gray on me. They did a really, really nice job with this one, especially if you have warm skin tones. So even though I think it looks a little bit more on the almost terracotta side, it doesn't look like that on me. It looks very much like my skin tone, so it just neutralizes my lip color, and I think it's just so pretty and really, really difficult to find this shade. So I'm taking some liberties with this next lipstick because I just think that House of Sillage do red lipsticks so beautifully, and there are so many that I love. So I'm going to say House of Sillage red lipsticks, and I'm going to show you some of my favorite ones. Such a beautiful formula, really long lasting. These are stunning if you've never tried one, but I think they really do reds so well. So let's take a look at a few. This first one is King, and I think this might be my favorite red of theirs, which is good because it's in the permanent collection. It does have just a hint of warmth to it, which is why I think I like it so much. This next one is Queen, which is just a little hint cooler than King. So I think you can see right there, it comes across as a little bit more pink on me. Then we got the shade that came in the Wonder Woman case. So pretty. So you can see there, they all look really close, but they're not exactly the same. They all look a little bit different on me as well. It just looks a tad more muted than Queen. This next one is limited edition. It's magical. It's the Disney by House of Sillage collaboration. Like I said, you can kind of see that they are very, very similar looking, but they just have the slightest tone that makes them that much different. I can mostly see the difference when I'm wearing them versus when I swatch them because they do look very similar here. So starting here, we have Hermès 21, Clé de Peau 103 Legend, Tom Ford Indian Rose, Chanel Endless Pink, Chanel Timeless Beige. Then we've got Chantecaille Acacia, Wayne Goss Zinnia, Sisley 41, House of Sillage Golden Hour, House of Sillage King, House of Sillage Queen, House of Sillage Wonder Woman, and House of Sillage Magical. Video if you're interested in donating to St. Jude. The information is down below. Thank you in advance for your donation. But that is it for this video, so please take care of each other. Stay well. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.